Surgery Center is the target of a multi-million-dollar lawsuit filed in November of last year here in Knoxville. For clarity, Parkwest Surgery Center is not part of Parkwest Medical Center. But this story cuts far deeper than one legal fight. It includes a state investigation and what victims call an egregious medical failure, repeated over weeks and months. In the first of our 10 Investigates reports, we hear from a woman who underwent routine knee surgery. She expected to bounce back in a few weeks. Today, she is more than 2 years in to her recovery.
It's been all-encompassing. It has become my life.
Mary Beth Molitor expected routine knee replacement surgery might sideline her for 12 weeks, a small sacrifice in her view to vacation again with her family free of knee pain.
You know, I really wanted to be able to walk back down the driveway to get the mail without pain. That's why I was, get this knee surgery and get my life back.
But her life changed for the worse after surgery. Graphic photos document a months-long health battle with menacing bacteria. Mary Beth went into one follow-up surgery thinking doctors might have to amputate her leg.
What's been the hardest thing for you?
After the second surgery, when I just kept saying there's something wrong, it was really hard that the surgeon and his staff didn't believe me. And I lost a lot of life.
Negligence is the core complaint in a multi-million-dollar lawsuit Mary Beth is filing against the doctor and the surgery center.
There was a failure, certainly at Parkwest Surgery Center, in their failure in their infection prevention programs.
The lawyer for Mary Beth Molitor points to this letter she received 6 months into her recovery as evidence Parkwest Surgery Center knew it had a bacteria problem. Dated September of 2023, it notes a small number of patients have developed a treatable infection, and the letter goes on to express confidence the surgery center is taking all necessary precautions. Mary Beth's lawyer says just the opposite.
Failure of the surgeons to properly report and properly take precautions themselves. And then there's some problems in her post-operative care that delayed proper treatment.
Post-operative wound infections, unfortunately, are not unique. They're one of the most common complications that happen, 2 to 5% of patients.
Our 10 News medical consultant reviewed the allegations in Mary Beth's lawsuit and this investigation by state authorities.
And reading this really alarmed me because I saw so many egregious lapses in medical care, especially with respect to infection control, which we know is so very important at the time of surgery.
Records show the state faulted the surgery center and staff for a series of failures to prevent and track infectious bacteria. The Tennessee Health Facilities Commission cited problems with biohazard waste, sterilization of surgical instruments, and proper hand hygiene, failures resulting in fines totaling $20,000. So would it be reasonable to ask this surgery center to have shut down for a certain amount of time? You tell us how long in your medical expertise, shut down, handle the problem, and then reopen again.
It would not only have been reasonable, it would have been the right thing to do.
What's your message to the surgeon in the surgery center?
You should have had my back. So I feel like I lost out on 2 years of my life. My elderly parents live with me, and they couldn't depend on me to help them. My husband, Joe, if it weren't for him, I don't know how we all would have gotten through this.
She's right, it really did put our life on hold.
2 years into her knee replacement, Mary Beth faces more physical therapy, working toward a goal of heading back for a beach vacation with her family and offering words of advice for anyone facing a future surgery.
The only thing that I have learned through all of this is you have to be in charge of your health care and you have to advocate for yourself.
A reminder of the timing of this case, the state investigation, and the broader concern here. Mary Beth Molitor underwent her first knee surgery in April of 2023. Almost a year later, State Health Commission conducted its investigation from March 25th through the 27th. By the next month, the surgery center was under new operation control in April of 2024. The new group says it ID'd the likely source of the bacteria and removed it. And on June 20th, in a follow-up inspection, state investigators found the center was in substantial compliance. Again, new management, no new reports of the bacteria problem. But within this year or so block of time, our 10 Investigates team has learned about 4 lawsuits and upwards of 15 patients saying they too developed similar infections tied to the same bacteria in the same surgery center. To read the entire response from Surgery Center Management, head to WBIR.com. In court responses, lawyers for defendants deny wrongdoing, saying it is specifically denied that these defendants were negligent as alleged. It is further denied that these defendants caused any injury.
And John, coming up tomorrow, you'll be sharing the story of another patient who filed suit.
That's right. He expected 1 surgery. He has now endured 10, and we'll have his story tomorrow on 10 News at 6.
Thank you for that.